United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. We'll start off. We have a couple presentations today. First of all, we have Caitlin Briggs with 5 years of faithful service. Caitlin, we appreciate it very much. And then our big winner for the day is Robert Deemer, 30 years of service. Robert, thank you very much. Thanks for stopping. Okay.
I make a motion to recess the commissioners' meeting and open the salary board meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to recess the Commissioners' open salary board. All in favor?
Aye.
Salary board. All present? Excuse me. Item 1.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the May 10th meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 1, put the minutes of the May 10th meeting. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 2.
Make a motion to approve item number 2 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 2, eliminate the temporary part-time position of Emergency Management Operations Training Officer. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. So carried. Item 3.
Make a motion to approve item number 3 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 3 on the agenda, eliminate the position of Corrections Sergeant Training Officer, May 24, 2017. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 4.
Make a motion to approve item number 4 is listed on the agenda.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 4 on the agenda, eliminate the position of Corrections Sergeant effective May 24th. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 5.
Make a motion to approve item number 5 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 5 on the agenda, create the position of non-union full-time deputy warden operations training. Questions or comments? Yes.
Is there salary involved with this position?
Yeah, where's the original
We
wage?
just created.
It's between 35 and 41.
35 and 41 based on experience and.
I'd like to amend my motion
And include that?
to include a range of 35 to 41.
Are you okay with that?
Yes.
All right. Any other questions or comments?
Is that replacing the other position for some
Yeah,
reason?
basically replaces the Corrections Sergeant Training Officer.
So it's a new title, new.
Just a new title, it's got a little bit, it's got more responsibilities to it, but it gives the person more authority of being a deputy warden instead of just a sergeant. And it allows us to comply with DOC.
And you don't have somebody for the position yet, or you do?
Well, they'll post it and, they may have an internal candidate that qualifies, I don't know. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 6.
Make a motion to approve item number 6 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 6, to amend the motion to create a temporary full-time non-union position of courthouse security officer, basically extending it through August 30th, 2017. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any public comment in relation to the salary board? If none,
Make a motion to adjourn. Oh, wait, no. I guess I'll make a motion to close the salary board and open the commissioners meeting.
I'll
Thought we
second.
were done.
motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, close the salary board, return to the commissioners, all in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Back to the commissioner. Item number 2. Now, there is a correction on that. So, under the public comment, it says the Shager property has been sold and is no longer a part of the possible incinerator. That's not true. The Shager property was not sold. It is no longer part of the incinerator project. It is off the market.
Have you talked to the owner by any chance?
No. Okay, with that change, I think we have a motion to approve.
Could I just comment on the public comment about Commissioner Lehman from Lancaster? I think his opening statement was that he came here to say that he cared about all counties, not just Lancaster County, was his reason, if I remember correctly. And then that was brought up later.
It says reinforce his position regarding his value of other counties and its
Okay.
concerns of natural gas. So that's what he said, talks cheap. Anyway. For those, that change, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve with those changes.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve the minutes of the May 10th meeting with the corrections made. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 3.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 3 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 3 on the agenda for the ratify or approve the following cash disbursements of electronic payments. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 4.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 4 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 4 on the agenda to ratify or approve the following seminar request or payment for seminar requests. Questions or comments? Yes.
At the last meeting, the seminar request from the Register Recorder's Office,
Mm-hmm.
I think you noted that you weren't sure if the county paid for the solicitor's
Mhm.
portion.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you determined that the county does pay for
Well,
that
no, the
portion?
county doesn't have to, but the Register and Recorder is willing to use the funds allocated for the June conference to pay for that. So there's no additional cost to the county. She's reallocating only because of what's being presented here is the changes in the orphans courts and the adoptions that both of them need to be at to get those changes.
And does Francis O'Connor have to be there too, or how is he
Yes.
involved?
He's the attorney for the Register and Recorder. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, item 5.
I make a motion to approve item number 5 on the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren, to approve item 5 on the agenda, to ratify and approve the transfer of Susquehanna Lavery of Scott Township from temporary part-time position to full-time position. Questions or comments?
This is with emergency management.
Yes.
Has there been any updates on emergency management manuals or?
No. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 6.
I make a motion to approve item number 6 on the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren, to approve item 6 on the agenda, to ratify the resignation with regret of Matthew Walters and Shopping. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 7.
Make a motion to approve item number 6 on the agenda.
7.
Or 7, sorry.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren, to approve item 7 on the agenda, to sign the following purchase of service agreements between Susquehanna County, Children, Youth, and Vision Quest. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 8.
Make a motion to approve item number 8 is listed on the agenda with the amendment to include for the DA's office.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 8 on the agenda for the purchase of 2017 utility police interceptor from New Holland Ford for the district attorney's office. Questions or comments?
And what does that police interceptor do compared to any other?
It's just
vehicle?
the brand of vehicle.
And then how much Act 13 funds are being used for?
I would say probably around 13,000. We don't have the exact number yet. We're waiting for the insurance check on the one that got wrecked.
And what would be the category you're utilizing?
Public safety.
Public safety.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 9.
Make a motion to approve item number 9 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 9 to adopt proclamation 2017-12 for Penelec Montrose District for employee safety milestone. Questions or comments?
And what does that mean?
They have a milestone that they've achieved for no injuries on the job and safety, so they're getting recognized for that. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 10.
Make a motion to approve item number 10 is listed on the agenda. I guess that's it.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 10 on the agenda, approve the Lackawanna Susquehanna County Drug and Alcohol Program agreements and contracts for fiscal year 2017-18. Questions or comments? Yes.
Just as a point of clarification, we do not use necessarily all of these programs. These are just programs that are available
They are all
for our
available.
use.
So they all
Through
get
the joinder.
approved.
Through the joinder of Lackawanna Susquehanna.
Right.
We pay just over, I think we pay $13,200 a year to receive services from these organizations that are listed.
And that's in the millions. Any other questions?
We used to have the exact
You're
number.
you're
like
saying
how
that
many
all these
millions.
programs here, you got, how many are here, about 40?
Give or take.
About 40 programs, and you're paying only $13,200 this
Right.
year to what? Use these programs for individuals? What does that mean?
It's, we're in a joinder with Lackawanna County, just like we are with behavioral health, intellectual disability, and early intervention. And if we were on our own, we would be paying the full amount for everything. Being a county of small population. Being in a joinder with Lackawanna County, and then having a very large population, we're able to piggyback on them. We pay $13,200 to the joinder to have all of these facilities and services available to Susquehanna County residents.
And basically, we're getting millions of dollars worth of services for $13,000.
I'm sorry, Tony's here.
Tony's here.
Well, thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, I can specifically, our total budget of the Drug and Alcohol Office is $2.9 million, and that's what the 13,000 is leveraging.
And so how many people are you servicing, would you say, with that 13? What'd you say, 13? How many million? 2 point something million?
2.9, good question. It's hundreds, obviously.
Hundreds in a year?
Yeah. It's, of course, covering a 2-county area, too.
And that's for drug and alcohol abuse of some kind?
It's both for treatment services and primary prevention, a lot of the work in our schools.
And then it's also court ordered probably too? These people are court ordered to take these programs?
Yeah, some of them are court ordered, yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
all in favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
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 Okay. Any public comment with the Commissioners meeting? Sharon?
I'd like to know what can be done with the XNG plant in Forest Lake that failed the noise ordinance and is still allowed to operate. And they're given a certain amount of time to somehow mediate that or rectify that.
Well, I believe we're waiting for the planning board to meet and send us a letter saying that they're out of compliance. When they do that, then the Commissioners will take the action they need that's appropriate, which will probably be a cease and desist order.
Which means what, you
We'll
actually,
send them a letter, tell them they have to shut down, they get it fixed.
okay, because they are out of compliance at this point.
I understand.
So then you have to wait till the planning commission meets next week, next Tuesday night? And then they'll send you a letter
Yeah.
and then you'll order them to cease and desist?
Then we'll meet with our attorney and have him follow through to take care of it.
And they'll actually do it, They'll have
I
to do it.
don't know that. They can do it, or they can tell us no.
Now, what
And
happens
we have
if
to
they
go to
say,
court.
what happens if they say no? Do you have any enforcement? Or,
No, we have no enforcement, other than take them to court.
oh, you take them to court?
Right.
They also, do you know what their plan, when they originally came in, what was their plan, where the gas was gonna go? Do you remember
No,
what
I
they
have
said?
no idea.
Because I remember going, and they said they were going just to customers in different states, either upstate New York. And now I'm finding out that they're also putting gas into the pipeline, the Iroquois pipeline, in Manheim, New York.
Well, it's a business, they're allowed to do as long as they're in compliance with state regulations on hauling and federal regulations on hauling, they can do anything they want with it.
Well,
They don't need our approval as to who they're gonna sell the gas to.
and are we able to get a report yet? What happened to that first accident when they rolled over a truck? Is there any way of getting, do you get a copy of the
No.
report?
No.
Or emergency management?
No, I'm sure there's an accident report with the state police, you could contact them.
So they don't just give you a report,
No.
so we'd have to contact them at this point.
Any other questions?
I'd like to ask Mary Ann, is there anything you can tell us about what's happening in the county that you've been involved in that it's good for us to know, or?
Vera, visit my Facebook page. Everything I do is listed on my Facebook page.
But now, a lot of people, especially elderly people, don't have computers, they're not computer savvy, they don't go to Facebook.
And where are you going to put this?
Well, this is going on YouTube, but the thing is, if
Oh,
you
they-
could tell us,
Computers.
you could tell us, and then they can write it in the newspaper, maybe the newspaper can get anything positive, you could tell us, or?
There's lots of positive things going on. We're always working for the good of the people. It's always the residents first.
Well, and here's where we're at. This is commissioners meeting to conduct the business of the commissioners. If you want to meet with the other commissioners after and find out what they've been doing, you're more than welcome to do that. So with that, I'll have a motion to adjourn.
Well, what about you? What did you do this week? Anything?
I get a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold. All in favor? We are adjourned.
We do have a,
We do now have to go to an election board
we have an election board meeting.
meeting. I'm sorry, not hearing you.